Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me in part 6 of how to make a VR space game. In the last video, what we did was we added our gun in there. We got our player's hands on the gun and is, it all organized, shaped right so it doesn't look weird or anything. And we also fixed our cameras. We fixed our cameras up because they weren't working right. Alright, and in this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding our shooting mechanics. So first off, what we're going to want to do is go to our gun. Let's go to the gun. Let's add the shoot script onto there. Add a new script here, and we'll call it shoot. Once it's done loading, open it up. And first what we're going to want to do is we're going to create some forces here, or some variables here. So first off, what we're going to want to do is create a public float, and that's going to be let's not. I was going to put a shooting force float so that we can add a force to our rigid body, but instead of doing it with a rigid body, we're going to do it with raycasts. So first we're going to put a public transform, which is going to be our shoot position. Then we're going to put a public float here. That's going to be our fire rate. And let's see, what else do I need to put here? Let's get a raycast hit in here also. So raycast hit, and let's call it hit, and that should be good. And let's also get another float in here, and let's call it damage. If I can even type today, damage. There we go. Oh, public float, not public damage. Public float damage. Alright. So what we're going to want to do here is we're going to go to put this under our fixed update, because it's going to be a physics, raycast count as physics, and that's where you want all of your physics functions. We're in the fixed update. And let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and create another function first here. Let's call it shooting. And then what we're going to say is, let's see here. We'll say if physics, or you know what? Let's just do it like this here. Or yeah, let's. I'm sorry, I keep on running you guys down. Run you guys in circles to see if physics.raycast there we go, physics.raycast, and then where we're going to be shooting our raycast from is going to be from our shoot position, and then we're going to want to get the direction, which is going to be shoot position.forward. And then we're going to want to find where it hits, so we're going to say out hit, and then we're going to give it a distance. Let's create another float here, and let's call it range, public float, and then range, and that's what we're going to have for our distance. So let's put range there, and that should be good. And what we'll say is if the hit has a collider, so if hit collider is not equal to null, then we'll say, well, for now let's just say that we hit something. Let's just put a debug there, debug.log. And then we'll say bullet hit something, and then let's put another debug log right here for just if we shoot. So we'll say debug.log. You just shot a bullet. Alright. just shot a upwards. Alright, so what it's gonna do here is gonna say if we're shooting, if this raycast is being called, then it's going to say that we're shooting, and if it hits something, then it's going to say that our bullet hit something. So in our fixed update, let's say if input dot get button, and then we'll say fire 1. That's just a normal fire button that Unity has set up already. We're gonna say invoke repeating, and then we're gonna do our shooting method, and then we're gonna want a delay here, which I don't want it to delay at all, so let's keep that at 0. And then we're gonna want our repeat rate, which is gonna be our fire rate. And then if we're not pressing the shoot button, then we're gonna cancel that invoke repeating. So cancel invoke shooting. Alright, so I think that should be working. Yeah, let's go ahead and save that. Make sure we don't have any errors down here. And then we can add our shoot position. We're going to want to create a shoot position from our gun here, or you can even create it on your camera if you want. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to create it on my camera here. That way it'll be in the center of the camera, not where the gun is pointing. So we're going to create an empty game object, call it shoot position. And then, yeah, we can just keep it there. So let's go back to our shooting script here. And actually, yeah, we'll just leave the shoot position there. So the shooting script there, and then let's see, the fire rate, we'll put that at like 0.5 or something. The damage, let's just put 20. And then the range, I'm gonna put 500. Alright, now let's give it a go. We're gonna keep an eye down here so that we can see if our console is saying anything. So let's clear that first. So I guess I can't clear that. Let's shoot, and you just shot a bullet. It looks like it did it a bunch of times. It's only supposed to do it once every half a second. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, you can see it's doing it a bunch of times, huh? Let me take a look here at our script. So we got the invoke repeating here. Instead of doing the invoke repeating, I'm just going to create a timer. So public float timer, and then what I'm going to say is inside of this firing function here, or inside of the function whether we press that button or not, we say if we press the button, then timer plus equals time dot delta time, and then we're going to say if timer is greater than or equal to fire rate, then we are going to do the shooting function. So shooting, and then in this shooting function we're going to say timer equals 0. That way if it's shot, the timer is going to be 0, and then it can go to the next fire rate and then shoot again, and it'll just keep on going back to the fire rate 0, and it'll make it so that it's automatic weapon, semi-automatic, or whatever it is you want to do there. So let's go ahead and save that. And then we'll see how this works out this time. So let's go ahead, wait for it to compile. Once it's done with that, doesn't look like we have any errors. Let's go ahead and test it out. Alright, so let's see, the timer's at 0 right now. Let's go ahead and press the button, and you can see it's increasing, and it keeps on going back to 0. But for some reason it's not doing the shooting function. So instead of having greater or equal to, we'll just have greater than. It's greater than fire rate and shooting, then it's going to shoot, and then if it's, and then it's going to go to 0, because that's what the the shooting function is going to do is going to change it back to 0. So let's go ahead, save that one more time, and see if this works. So I wasn't getting any messages from the debug log that we set in there, which means it wasn't even shooting any raycasts or anything. So let's try it again. And there we go. Now it's working just fine. You can see it was about a second and a half, so it shot 3 times, and it looks like my bullet hit something every time. Let me try moving my face up so there's no colliders for it to hit. Let me clear that, and let's try it again. And now it's not even shooting. Okay, maybe it's only doing it if it hits something. So let's go ahead and let's just take this, and then let's put it within our. Let's put it up top here. Whoops. Let's see, where was it at first? It was, yeah. That probably should have been working. Let's see here. So let's take it back out and put it in here instead. And then it should tell us that we're shooting a bullet, even if it doesn't hit anything. Alright, so I'm going to look up and shoot. And yeah, there it goes. Just shot a bullet, just shot a bullet, just shot a bullet. And then let's see what happens when I hit something. Just shot a bullet, just shot a bullet, and bullet hit something. Alright, so that seems to be working just fine now. And in the next video, it looks like this video actually has been quite long, so we're going to go ahead and save the AI for the next video. And we're going to call this the end of this video, since we got our shooting mechanics working. You can tell it's shooting, and when it hits something, it's hit something. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to add the AI, and I think we're going to put a crosshair onto our gun. That way we can see exactly where it is that we're aiming. And as always, thank you for joining me, and you guys all have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.